Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yahlia Ali in this incarnation. Well, I am here to remind you that tomorrow, February 9th, we have the conjunction of the Sun and Mercury in the degree 21 of Aquarius. So if you have planets close to that mathematical degree of Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, well, you are going to feel the impact of this conjunction, but also of the full moon, because this is part of the full moon. They are both already in tension with Uranus in Taurus. So this is about conversations, news, information, and processes of understanding that are representing a revelation. And this is increased by the energy of the full moon. The sun has the function to bring to the consciousness, and it is very possible that aspects, ideas, and thoughts in which we have made identity, they are like breaking to connect with our true original essence. Perhaps this is not a comfortable process, but well, this is this moment. It is also inviting us to be aware of the masks of the ego that we could sustain to protect, that many times are protecting us from listening to our call of the heart. With this, I am referring, for example, a very common conditioning. Because of the education of society, it is that when we were children, to be punished because we made mistakes, because we were learning things that we didn't know how to do. And if in front of the mistake we receive punishment, this is traduced in adults that actually have a lot of fear to experiment new things, or that are self-punishing because of the mistakes that they are making. So this obviously can be projected in our relationships. I mean, in people that are reinforcing, that are pushing us to identify this pattern, or in us behaving that way with other people too. Other very common pattern, it is to ignore the signals of our body, to ignore our needs, to ignore what we are feeling. And this could have basis in many factors. I mean, authoritarian education, parents that don't know how to recognize their own imperfection in front of their children. Therefore, they are not validating those things that the children or the child is feeling that are wrong. So this could be traduced in adults that don't know how to attend nor listening their needs, and they could even ignore behaviors from other people that are in a great imbalance, but because that is what they incorporated. So I am mentioning this because we still have the moon in Cancer, and because all of these conditionings that our inner child, the child that we were received, could be projected right now on the outside in situations that are chaotic, in experiences of radical cuts, because that's Uranus, but also in actions of rebellion, this Uranian rebellion that also respond to a pattern. It is an intent, a try to create a liberation that cannot be done that way. Because it is not about being opposed to someone or something, or trying to, get rid of a situation. It is not about that. It is about understanding that experiences that are making us feel stagnant or repeating a circle that it is not allowing us to grow. It is that programming with which we are identifying ourselves and through which we are making decisions. So this is a moment to be conscious about that, of all of that, of all of that, and trusting that we can do it different. Whatever thing it could be shown right now, it is an opportunity to discover who we are in a more authentic way. And it is also about understanding that we can recognize and validate that child that perhaps didn't receive what it needed, but at the same time, it is about understanding that it is that particular thing that happened to us what pushes us to develop our will, to follow our heart, to generate a separated identity from the others and make things in a different way, in a new form. That is the function of the ego that represents Leo. And That's why the true path to align the ego with the soul, it is integration. Everything that we are rejecting and judging with anger, it is a call to illuminate something that we are not conscious about, we are not aware. So this is also a moment where, proud, not in the good way, the illusion of superiority or even inferiority, which is the other face of the coin. The demanding to other people to act in ways that perhaps we didn't cultivate in ourselves, to give those actions from the heart, demanding that, all of these patterns could be emerging right now. And again, it is not about looking at those things with rejection, but to understand that we can change those things with love, and we can turn them in generosity. Generosity means many times to redirect our energy in spaces and in things that we can really, through which we can express our light. Generosity, many times, it is about choosing to think that other people, it is acting with perhaps, it's not proud the word, with suburb, with, I don't know the word right now, with arrogance, because they have their own pains and imbalances, and not because they are against us. And even if there is a personal conflict from a higher perspective, those things are always reflections of what we are dealing with ourselves. And I am not saying this to justify or to ignore behaviors that are actually egoistical, selfish. But precisely following our heart, it is not to tolerate or to sustain things that we are clearly seeing right now, that they don't represent self-love nor love towards the external things or the external people. So it is a challenging full moon, because of these tensions, because precisely it is going to activate those points of our egos with people and with situations that are generating the most of the discomfort. And that is happening so we can move to new spaces. Okay, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.